Alrighty, looks like we're live. If anyone's joined me yet, you might notice something different. Let me know in the comments if you do. And that's the other thing, I actually don't know if I've got comments yet. Let me see. I'm trying something new. You might have all noticed the little duck in the top right hand corner is gone, and I've got the little triangle down in the bottom right hand corner. Maybe, because that's not what I see. Transmission is unstable due to a weak network connection. Oh, don't like the look of that. Let's keep moving, let's keep walking, and in the meantime I'm going to see if I can get... Oh look, I can see Matthew. Hello Matthew. Comments are on the screen. Hi Dawn. Hi Elise. Oh, I've got wind, haven't I? Let me see if I can get my... I've got comments coming up. I'm so happy. Hi Natasha. Lovely to see you. All right, so we're in Spain still, but this time we're right up on the other side. We're in the very north of the country, right on the Atlantic coast. And I'm just going to see if I can get this microphone plugged in while I'm walking. I've also got an umbrella hooked over my arm. I feel like I'd be in a much better position if I was an octopus today. Glad Daddy's duck gone. Oh, yeah. The tour I'm doing tomorrow is still scheduled with StreamYard, but I finally figured out... Oops, look, I'm looking down. I'm looking down because I want to get this. Plugged in. Oh, thanks, Natasha. Let me just plug that in. Use my cheek to stabilise the phone while I go. And I'll get... An external mic is connected. I've got another message coming up on my screen. It's all happening. Let me know if you can still hear me. Please give me a thumbs up and let me know if you can still hear me since I plugged the microphone in. I'm waiting for confirmation that people can actually hear me still. And I will start walking. I'm really happy. If this is Prism and it's working, I'm over the moon. I'm ecstatic. Can hear you, Lynn. Excellent, Tish. All right, okay. On that note, let's turn the camera around and I'll show you, first of all, where we're staying. And turning the camera around is as simple as doing this, like this. All right. Can hear now, but it is quieter. It's quite okay. So maybe I should hold the microphone up like this. What do you think? Can you see? Oh no, that didn't work. How about that one? 1 times front camera. No, that still didn't work. Oh, there we go. Okay, that works better now. Oh, I'm so happy, Tish. I'm so happy to be on Prism. It's been a struggle. I was being a bit thick, but there we go. Look, that's the hotel we're staying in. It's kind of like an old. Oh, how would you describe it? I reckon it probably dates from the 50s or 60s, from, that real sort of holiday era. It's a little tired, a little old inside. Let me see, can I zoom? Oh, I can zoom. I couldn't do that on StreamYard. I can actually zoom. Oh, I'm going to be like a little kid in a lolly shop today, doing all sorts of fun and funky things. Let's go for a walk. Okay, so the town is called Perlora. It's a gorgeous hotel. It is rather gorgeous. And it's a gorgeous town too. And look how green everything is compared to where we've been in Spain up until now. Now, it's got some really funky features, this town, but most of that is going to wait until tomorrow. I'm not going to let you in on the secret of this particular town until tomorrow. And believe me, it's really fascinating, the story that I'm going to tell you tomorrow. But that all waits for Where Am I Wednesday. And while I've got you here, I want to vote as well. My picture's so clear. I'm using 1080. It was only 720 on StreamYard. It's 1080 on Prism. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to change. Pretty happy about that as well. So, here we go. This is going to give you a little glimpse, little clue to what we're going to see tomorrow. The city of vacations. Ciudad de Vacaciones. That's a clue to what we're going to see tomorrow. And what I want to ask you though, I've got that scheduled for the same time tomorrow, but I noticed that it actually clashes with Olga's tour, Olga Dudakova, in Prague, and she has her tour scheduled at the same time. Would anyone object if I change my tour time tomorrow to 7 o'clock my time instead of 6 o'clock? So an hour later, in other words. Would everyone be okay with that? I wish all guides would use Prism. Oh, Tish, I would have been using it for the last 6 months now. If only I could get the darn thing to work. And it was so simple in the end. It was just tap in a particular spot on the tidal. Here we go. Here's some autumn colour. We haven't seen much of it so far, but we've got some, I guess it's Virginia creeper here that we can see. And Natasha says, do you have to pay to use Prism on your end? No, I don't have to pay to use it. It's fantastic. In fact, let me show you one of the fantastic features of Prism. I'm going to put something up here that shows you, look at this. There we go. How cool is that? How cool is that? This is where we are. So right up there where that blue dot is, this is the map of Spain. Hi Anne, lovely to see you. And hi Neil. You can all join in my excitement because I'm using Prism finally. There we go, and that's the map of Spain, and that little blue dot right up the top there is where we're located. Let's just get rid of that, if I can find out how to get rid of it now. How do we get rid of it? Turn it off like that. Yeah, there we go. And then this one here is zoomed in a little more, so you can actually see where we are in relation to Aviles to the west of us, and Gijon, where those two blue dots are, to the east of us. Hi Ronnie Lynn, and hi Natalie, lovely to see you both. And let me just get rid of that as well. Okay, gone. All right, so that's exciting, playing with those things. As I said, I'm like a little kid in a candy shop. I'm just so happy. I'm so happy I've got Prism working, and I've worked out one of the gadgets already. Very, very happy. So this is kind of a vacation city. It's not really a city, it's a small town in fact. Better than StreamYard. Yes, so much better, Neil, so much better. For one thing, it's an app, whereas StreamYard I had to use the browser on the phone. And Natalie says, finally here and see you good. Glad I came to see you as well. All right, so here we are. Here's the first body of water we're getting to see. There's an egret down there. And look at this, Neil. I couldn't do this on StreamYard. Look at that. I'm zooming in. I'm zooming in on that water bird down there. I'm really, really, really so happy. Oh, I think I'm still zoomed in. Let me see, get that back. Okay, there we go. So yesterday was a big travel day for us. Where did we come from? God, it was such a long day, I've forgotten even where we came from. Where were we coming from? Oh, we stayed one night in Madrid, that's right. So we stayed one night in Madrid. We got out and about in the morning and did a quick little foray into the city, had a look around at some of the old buildings. And Natalie says, oh, now I know why some of the guides can't zoom on YouTube, thanks. Yeah, I think that's phone dependent, but definitely on Prism you can zoom, which I'm so happy about. Here's a little corner store over here. So it's a mini market, and we went in there today to pick up some fruit and supplies, wine, snacks, stuff like that for this evening. We don't have a fridge in our room. We don't have any sort of let me just cover up that microphone. We don't have any kind of cooking facilities or anything. So it is going to be a little bit expensive for us to be going out and eating. Look at the way this car's parked. Hi Mary Lou, great to see you. And this is where we had lunch today. Fantastic spot. In fact, if you look through that window there, that's where we were sitting. We were sitting in that at that table, overlooking the water. And what they do here in this part of Spain is they have the menu of the day. What if their board is still out? No, the board's not out still. But the menu of the day in this place is only €12, which is so cheap because it's a 3-course meal. And the starter, we had a choice of a rice dish, a bean dish, and a salad. Second course, we had a choice of, let me think, a pork dish and fish of the day. And then the third dish, they bring out a dessert, and there's a drink included, and bread. All of that for €12. Now, there's no way in this earth that I could ever eat all of that. Anyone having to explain there was no Zoom option. Yeah. So what we did was I had a small sandwich, and Richard had the meal. So it ended up costing us €21 for his meal plus 1 glass of wine, because his was included, and the sandwich. So it's fantastic. And what we didn't know was that we were actually having a regional dish that's really well known. It's like a cassoulet. It's called fabada. What's the name of this region again? Asturian. So fabada Asturian. A fabada is a bean stew, and Asturia is, of course, the region that we're in. And it's almost exactly like a cassoulet. So it's got bits of sausage and chunks of bacon and white beans, and it's a soup, and it's absolutely delicious. I should wear my Hago hat in winter. I don't even have a Hago hat, Neil. I am very, 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 very... yeah. I don't know why I never got a Hago hat, but Richard in Palm Beach managed to jag one. Anyway, I don't have one. So, good on you. Anyway, so what we're doing here is we're walking into a holiday park. T-shirt waitress. You got a T-shirt as well? I didn't get any of that stuff. How did you get that and I didn't? I think I even complained to, was it Gina at the time? You know, how come I didn't get any of this stuff? I don't remember getting a reply from her. Anyway, that's all in the past. Hago swag is a collector's item now. Yeah, try eBaying it, Tish. Tell me how you get on with that. We're going to go into just through this holiday park and go up. I'm going to climb up some stairs up here and have a look at the view over the ocean from up at this point. They had a giveaway near the end. Oh, I totally missed it. Totally missed it. Oh, look, mushrooms. Hang on a sec. Let me just get down close. Look at these. Cool. Don't know if they're edible, and I'm not about to find out, because we all know what happens if you eat the wrong sort of mushroom. Okay. We're getting a hint, a glimpse of what this coast looks like once we get up the top here. Richard went on ahead and he was going to go down to the beach. So we might see him. We might see him if we're lucky down at that beach down there when we get down there. But look, more mushrooms. How cool is that? And Elise says, what has the weather been like in Spain? I'm hoping to do a big Spain-Portugal trip this time next year. Big birthday. It's gone from really hot down in the south, where we first arrived. We came in from Morocco, Elise, so we came in... Oh, sorry, excuse my huffing and puffing. It's so calm, the ocean today. Did I miss Dawn? Hi, Dawn. Hi, Sarah. We're going to go up here. I'm going to go up here in amongst these rocks. Yeah, it started out really quite hot. We came across from Morocco and we stayed. Toledo was beautiful, absolutely loved it. It was hot to begin with, and then cool change started to come through. So I really enjoyed our time there. Now it's in the mid-20s, very comfortable. Hi Inga, lovely to see you. Okay, look at this. So down over there, I'm going to zoom in. Okay, so over there, that is the holiday city that we saw the sign for. And we're going to see that tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you all about it. It has a fascinating story. So join me tomorrow if you can. I didn't actually get any feedback from you as to whether it's okay to change the time and make it 1 hour later. I love that shot with the 3 trees up on the headland. Hi Laurie, great to see you. And here we are looking out at the Atlantic Ocean, looking directly north. And then, so I'm going to zoom back out again. It's getting a little bit too... Now, I'm going to try and head for that lighthouse. I don't think we're going to make it that far. It looks like it's a bit of a long way, doesn't it? I don't think we're going to make it that far at all. But we're going to head in that general direction and see how we go. And then over here, that's the beach where I think Richard's having a swim right now. I'm only concerned about people on our calendar, Neil. And the change in the time was because I didn't want to go up against Olga. So we're taking into consideration people on our calendar. I didn't want to clash with Olga, so that's my reasoning for it. So if everyone's okay with me doing that, wherever possible, I want to try and avoid clashing with our own guides. Okay? Okay. And Dawn says, Natalie, I love Japan and Korea. So glad I grabbed the chance to go when I did. So I wouldn't be able to go now. Yeah, I know a bit of your story, Dawn, and understand how difficult travelling is for you. I'm really glad you got that opportunity when you did. And if you have a look at my TikTok, I've been uploading a few videos onto TikTok lately from my Korea trip, which was around about the same time, as you know, as you did your Korea trip. I think you were a month ahead of me, or I was a month ahead of you, something like that. So I've uploaded a few TikToks recently from Korea. Okay, let's head down towards that beach. Thought I saw some interesting flowers. They're not that interesting. They're clover. You guys, are you familiar with pink clover? We generally just get white clover in Australia. But here they have big fat pink clover flowers, which I'm not familiar with. Well, I put them on TikTok, not YouTube, just because they're short, Laurie, and I get lots of views there. Like I get between 500 and 600 views per video for the TikToks. But the longer ones I do put on YouTube. So it's basically a case of trying to get a little bit more reach for my content. So I'm having a play with doing different things. Oh, someone's cooking onions and it smells divine. Ronnie Lynn says, Inga, I love your name. Pretty, I babysat as a teen for a family of 3 girls. I don't do TikTok. I am also, Neil, taking most of the TikToks a day or 2 later because they give me the recording once. So I can edit it really easily in TikTok and I can add music to it and it comes out as a really snazzy little video. And then a day or 2 later, I add it to Instagram. Okay, so if you've got me on Instagram, you can usually... There's an Australian plant. That's a grevillea. Oops. The spider flower. Look at that. A gorgeous Australian plant. Yes, I know a lot of people don't like TikTok because of the political association with China, and I get it. But for me, it's really just making hay while the sun shines, basically. So I understand your reasoning, and I totally understand. All right, Ronnie, when I was young, I didn't like my name at all. Now I love it. Yeah, I think we all go through that, don't we, Inga? My mother's name is Enid. She hates it. She absolutely hates her name. Her middle name is Ruth. And I gave one of my daughters her middle name as her middle name. So I gave my daughter Ruth as her middle name. And my mother, she protested vehemently. She didn't like the middle name either. That doesn't help, but it's more that I think it can be an addictive black hole. Oh, I totally understand. My husband gets into YouTube Shorts. So he gets into that whole, going from one short to another. So I think that addictive nature is right across short video, short format, and I don't get sucked into that at all. You've got Facebook Reels, you've got the Instagram Reels, and they're all as addictive as each other. But yes, I do understand the algorithm on TikTok and how it can be forcing you into particular subject lines, which for people who are vulnerable can be really bad. Hopefully I'm helping by adding really wholesome content to muck up their algorithm. Okay, we're talking about names. Everyone's got their umbrella out. I'm hoping that the rain level stays where it is, because I don't have enough hands to hold the microphone and an umbrella and a gimbal. So we've got a monument of some sort here. It's called the Ruta Clariniana. And, excuse me, it's a pity the quality's not good. It hasn't been, it's cracked and it hasn't been maintained, but it shows the map here, and apparently it goes back quite a long way. This entry here is 1892, and then 1895, Viaje Redondo. So it tells a little bit about the route here. And of course there's coastal walks all through this area. The main one is the Senda del Norte, or del Norte. And that goes right along the north coast of Spain. Wait on, I'm just going to change hands so I can point this camera towards the sea. And welcome to anyone who has joined and hasn't said hi yet. Please feel free to say hi, give me a wave in the chat. I'm loving seeing all of your comments, and I'm so happy that I finally have Prism working for me. It's so good. Very, very happy. So we've left the town of Pelora and we're heading towards the town of Candace, which is the capital of this little region, which I think was called Calanya, or Cananya, something like that. Oh, thank you, Neil. Like and subscribe. I appreciate you encouraging people to do that for me. And the sea is so calm at the moment. It's so lovely. I'm hoping that we will get an opportunity, because of our location, to either get a lovely sunrise or a lovely sunset sometime between now and next Monday, which is when we leave Pelora. What is interesting is we've been getting up unbelievably late for us. And the reason is that sunrise isn't until after 8 o'clock in the morning, because Spain is on Europe time and daylight saving time. Daylight saving doesn't go back, the clocks don't go back until the end of October. Now apparently that was a decision that was made under General Franco, and he was aligning himself with the Hitler regime. So rather than being on British time, UK time, which geographically Spain should be with Portugal, the Iberian Peninsula lines up with the UK, not with Europe in terms of the longitudinal lines. Franco decided for whatever reason to adopt European time. And that, more so than the weather, is part of the reason why everything happens so late in Spain. So you'll find that a breakfast in our hotel doesn't start till 8:30, lunch doesn't start till 1:30, and dinner doesn't start till 8:30 at night. And that's because of the way that daylight works. There we go, just looking back along the coast. It's a bit of a grey day today. I've been feeling 1 or 2 drops of rain. I wouldn't call it raining. And Dawn says we change our time back to GMT at the end of October as well. Yes, so it's really thrown us out. Richard's got this bee in his bonnet about you have to eat dinner at 6 o'clock, and I'm saying, why? We're getting up so late. We're not eating breakfast until 9 o'clock in the morning. Let's kind of try and push things back a little, especially since a lot of the shops close in the afternoon. It's gorgeous, isn't it, Natalie? And I love that I'm taking you, able to take you to a small location that you may never have heard of before, and you may never get a chance to go and see. Neil says, can you all hit the thumbs up like button? Does that still help YouTube? Absolutely it does, Neil. Absolutely it does. Oh, in fact, I've got another little gadget. 1 second. Let's see if this works. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I wish I could change the placement on the screen. Can you see that? Does that work? And we'll get rid of that. Okay, bye. Gone. There we go. You can see I've been playing with the gadgets. I've been learning all the little tricks. But it would be better if it was lower down on the screen. I'll have to have a little bit more of a play around with it. So, listen to the sound of the sea, everybody. Now all I need is everybody encouraging each other to tap on that Buy Me a Coffee link at the top of the chat as well, and we'll all be good. Did I put it at the top of the chat? No, I don't know if I did. Maybe I didn't. I can't remember. Oh, I'm getting good. I'm getting good, guys. Yeah, I'm getting good. Okay, we're going downstairs. I'm going to go and see if we can find Richard. And thank you so much for your likes. And of course you're all subscribed. I know you are. Could do a tour of just listening to the waves. Absolutely, Tish. Okay, let me see if I can get down here and if Richard's still swimming or what he's doing. I might have missed him. He might have already been in and out. Okay. Slow on the stairs. They're wet and slippery. All right, here we go. David puts ticker tape on at end minute of his tours. I've got to figure out how to do that. So there's still things that I need to figure out how to do. But slowly getting there. All right, let's listen to the sea. Let's listen to the sound of the ocean. Oh, thanks, Natalie. Yeah, so I've obviously missed out on putting it on this one because I set it up. Because I set it up in Prism. Yeah, I set it up in Prism, then I didn't actually go to YouTube and go into the chat and add the extra little bit. I'll get there. Thanks, Tish. I definitely will. Let's listen to the sea. Oh, Anne, you're a darling. Thank you so much. I just spotted something. Let's forget the lighthouse. I think we've got a mural wall over here. Is that a mural wall or just graffiti? I think it's worth checking out. Or let's go for the reflection shot, guys. Oh, he's just left it. There we go. Oh, is Lily from Cantabria, is she? Yeah? I knew she was from Spain somewhere. So we've got a little group of... Hello! Hello! Oh! He's making himself heard. They say that you can ask the ocean to take on your grief and pain. That's lovely. That's lovely, Natasha. Right, how long have we been going? Oh, we've only been going half an hour. Happy pups, yeah, indeed. Look at these rocks. Aren't they fascinating? Look at the texture. There's like 3 different colours here. Am I zoomed in? Oh yeah, there I am. Look at that. There's 3 colours of rocks there. Green, red and dark grey. Yeah, everybody, if you are considering supporting me and it's just not doable, please consider becoming a member on Buy Me a Coffee. And what you'll get for that as well, in addition to supporting me, is access to there's free videos that I've uploaded there. And if I ever do a tour where there's an entry ticket, you'll get it for free. So I've done 2 so far. I think 2. I did the dunes, the sand dunes tour. And I also did the elephant sanctuary tour, which were both ticketed, but members get access to those for free. So you automatically get access to the ticketed tours if you're a member. All right, so I can also see there's a sculpture on top of that hill. Look at that. Oh yes, Neil, the flying one as well. That's right. Yeah. So there's been 3 ticketed tours. So for those who don't know, Richard and I, when we were in Vietnam, we did a paramotor tour, which was awesome. It's basically a hang glider with a motor. It's the flimsiest little machine you have ever seen. And it goes up so high. And it's like a lawnmower with a winged sail thing. And we did it. It was awesome. Richard was terrified. I'm not afraid of heights. I love the thrill. So we got to see Richard doing it first and then me doing it second. We both took the GoPro up in the air. And that was an awesome experience. So anyone who's a member of my Buy Me a Coffee, gets that for free. There he is. How was the water? Cold? Cold? Have you still got limbs?
Yeah, I think it's quite pleasant actually. Once the body goes numb, it's very pleasant. It's a bit cold.
Bit cold?
Bit cold.
It looks pleasant. It looks
Nice.
It looks calm anyway.
Nice sandy beach.
Dawn says hi.
Hello.
And I was just thinking about going over. We won't bother with the lighthouse, but I was thinking about going over. I think there's a mural wall over there. Do you see that? Do you see that?
Yeah.
I'm going to head in that direction.
I'll catch you up.
So you can follow me if you like.
Okay.
And I'm going to check out this little bridge here as well.
There's that monument.
So we'll go up there and have a look at that. And Inga says hi.
Hello.
Okay. I'm going to leave the umbrella with you. It's not raining. I haven't used it yet.
They had a couple of spots where there was
Yeah. Okay. Frees up my hand. And Dawn says, Richard, try the North Sea. You'll become an ice cube. I think we've seen Billy Connolly do stuff about the North Sea. Look at the colour of this sand. It's red. Hi, Rose. Great to see you. Rose has been spending a lot of time in New Zealand lately, haven't you, Rose? Virtually. I love Louise's tours and I never know when they are. I think you just got to get lucky. Richard, not a follower yet. Okay, stomping my feet, get the sand out of my shoes. Tell me if the microphone's getting wind on it, because I keep forgetting to put the muffle up. So look at this, we're actually really close to the town and we've got these rocky structures, rocky outcrops here right in the bay. So pretty. What time is it? 37. We'll give it a go getting over there to the mural wall. We're not going to make it up to the lighthouse. It's up a big hill. There we go, look at this. Oh, you get to see the recordings. I wasn't sure how to get to her recordings. Probably just on her YouTube account, and I'm not YouTube, Instagram account. And I'm trying to be too many places at once at the moment. All right. It's really cute, isn't it? Look at that. Looks like a woolly mammoth having a bath, says Tish. Speaking of wind, my cat just... Oh, that's lovely for you, Natasha. Okay, so there's the headland and there's that sculpture on the hill again. Let's get in close to that again. I love that I can zoom. Sorry if I'm overusing it, but I've got a new toy, so I'm going to use it. There we go. There. Oh, Rose, I was thinking of Rose Ranch, who goes by the name of Lisa as well. So sorry, I did get you mixed up. Beg your pardon, sorry for doing that. Okay. There's a boat going out to sea. Okay, let's go over there and walk along that breakwater. So tomorrow it'll be a different kind of coast, less structured, less built up, a lot wilder, and some interesting artifacts from a former regime that I want to tell you all about. It's very interesting. It's a fascinating story. So I'm going to tell you all about that when we head out tomorrow. And just note that I will be changing the time to an hour later than it currently shows. I also noticed today when I looked at the calendar on the website, it was showing the wrong time for me, but when you actually click in through onto the event itself, the time is correct. And Sarah says, hi Richard, where's he gone? I don't know where he's gone. I thought he was with me, but he's gone over there. That's all right, he'll catch up. And I think Inga said something about visiting Ireland. We're actually going to be there for a few days before we head over to California. So we're going to have a few days with a fellow I used to work with in London. If I can, I will join Lynn Lovely Tour today. Thank you so much. Thanks, Natalie. And I don't know if you're aware, I just recently uploaded, maybe not my very first Hey-Go tour, but probably the second or third, which was the second time I went to Homebush Bay shipwrecks. And I gave you a shout out. So you've been with me since the very beginning, Natalie. And a lot of you here as well, I realise, have been with me since then as well. I'm so grateful. Instead of where's Waldo, where's Richard? So we've got tourist apartments here. Back in those days we used to get over 100 people on our tours with Hey-Go. Certainly the first few. And gradually, as people went back to work after COVID, oh, thanks Tish. As people went back to work after COVID, I'm just noting this Hotel Marisol or Marsol. I was advised that the laundromat is near here, so making a mental note that this is where it is. Excuse me while I go mentally off the path. All right. And what was I saying? Kind of been very important. We've got a monument here to a mother and child. There you go. She's beautiful. Yes, as everyone went back to work after COVID, and then more guides joined as well, all of a sudden, all our numbers started to fall away. So instead of getting over 100 people on our tours, all of a sudden it's down to like 20 or 30 people. And guides started to really panic when that happened. It was troubling times and the start of all the upheaval. Hey, going back to work. You were later than that. Oh, okay, must have been a different Natalie then, Natalie. I could have sworn it was you. So we've got a restaurant open here. We'll have to check out prices because we're going to have to eat out. And there's something there, but it's not open. Hey-Go oversold themselves, they did. Yeah. Big shock and sadness losing Hey-Go. It really was, wasn't it? So I've been having discussions with various guides recently about what we can do to try and build up our community. And you've probably heard Paul's news as well. Paul is not focusing on tips at all. He maintains he wants to deliver his tours totally free. If you want to be a member of his Buy Me a Coffee, that's great, but he's not going to go on tours and ask for tips. He wants it to be available for everybody which is fantastic. This is really nice. There's no cars coming. Let's have a look at this. Mass download days. Yeah, you're probably right, Neil. That's lovely, isn't it? That's gorgeous. Imagine if you could download this. There you go. Take a screenshot of that, and it can be a colouring in for you. Candace, yeah, the name of the city's up there. It's called Serendipia. I remember crying so hard I started hyperventilating when Hago announced closure. Tish, I was on a road trip. I was going around New South Wales. Richard and I we did over 2,500 kilometres in 3 weeks. And I did a huge number of events for Hago during that time. And it was while I was doing that, or just after I got back, that we got the news. And I didn't know what I was going to do, because we'd sold our house. We had nowhere to live. So this looks like, I would imagine that's a depiction of Jesus, I would imagine. What's it say about it? Conjuro a la mar. Not sure what that means. There. I mean, the 3 women, it's always the 3 sisters, like the wild sisters, or, yeah. Okay, let's see if we can make it out to this mural. And again, I've left the muffle go down. My, see, yeah, I think you're right, Dawn. So that probably is what that's about, a memorial to those that are lost to sea. Little marina here. They all look like little, they could be pleasure boats. Helper. You think they're fishing boats? Okay. And then what do we got over here? Is that a fish market maybe? We'll have to investigate that if it's a fish market. Yeah, they went off and did their own thing, Inga and Natasha. So whether that was creating their own channel and building that up purely on their own, or whether it was going back to in-person, face-to-face guiding. And of course with Aaron and Patrick there, the theatre picked up again for them as well, so they went back into doing that. It's definitely a restaurant up there. Pescados y mariscos a la brasa. So I don't know if there's a fish market in there as well, or if it's just a restaurant. She says, I hold on to hope that one day A&P will do a one-off tour. Pescado is fish. Yeah, it is. Someone's having a beer up there. Maybe we should go up there and check it out. So the light's starting to look quite lovely across the sea here. I can't believe how calm it is though. If this was in Australia, there'd be pelicans everywhere. They do have seagulls. Do you want to go up there? Come down over there. Yeah, we can do that. There's a ramp here. We'll go up there. Laurie says, I don't think I would watch it even if they did, Tish. Excuse me. There's another artwork on the wall over there as well. So I think we'll catch that on the way back if we remember. Let's get up here because we've only got about 10 minutes left. I can go longer, but I try and keep it to the promised time if I can. Laurie says, Ling talking about A&P. Oh, I understood, Laurie. Yeah, I understood. I understood what you meant. Alrighty. I'm going to get a nice view from up here. I'm going to be able to look up at the hillside. I'm so happy with the chat on this prism app. It's going so well. It's beautiful. Yeah, not sure. Is that a lighthouse? Let's zoom in on it and have a look. All right, I'm getting a low signal warning at the moment. So I'm just blowing an insect off my technology. So there's that building up on the headland. I'm not sure what it is. I don't think that's a lighthouse. I'm not sure what it is, but it's not a lighthouse. Okay. Yeah, maybe. And then over here behind us, here's this big hillside. Signal's fine. Thanks, Rose. Yeah, I just got a funny warning, so thought I'd let you know in case there was anything we needed to be aware of. So this is Candas. Candas, Candas in Asturia. Or Asturia. I'm not sure how you say it. I don't know where you put the accent. Could be Asturia. There's a house with a magnificent view up there. Look at that. I'm so happy. I know that StreamYard was always not 100% perfect in terms of the quality. So that was the other reason why I wanted to get this working. I'm very, very happy. StreamYard filled a hole. Okay, down some steps. You got a few seconds of buffering, Dawn? Okay. That's nothing too terrible. This fellow's fishing. Thanks, Tish. And everybody for supporting me. Look at this break wall here, these great big huge chunks of concrete. The thing is, I always knew what was possible. I'd seen Matthew doing it on his, and I just knew I could do it if I could just get past that one stumbling block that I was having so much trouble. And so now I'm very, very happy. There, look at that. The only thing I don't like with Prism is that logo on the screen. Inga, that logo is less intrusive than the StreamYard one though, isn't it? The StreamYard logo with that duck in the corner, that was the one I didn't like. But, hey?
What's wrong with the duck?
What's wrong with the duck? Richard said, what's wrong with the duck? The duck took up a lot of screen space. So people taking postcards had to crop. They had to crop the duck. You do like the duck, Laurie? I guess it's cute. Yeah, the good thing about this is that I can do backwards and forwards camera really easily, which I couldn't do on StreamYard. I used to have to go through several steps to do it. What am I doing? And what else? The chat's really easy on my screen here, whereas on I get a full screen image on this, whereas on StreamYard I was only getting, my view was about, I'd say, the top 2/3 of the screen. It's a much better screen for me. I can actually see what I'm looking at. And the chat's easier. There's so much going for it. And the Zoom. Here I am being a little kid again. Yep. All right, so we've reached the end of the breakwater. Here we go. We can look. Oh, I've got low battery. Low battery. Low battery means I get down to the bottom of this stairs, walk back along the mural, and then I either, because I forgot my double adapter, I either unplug my microphone and plug in the battery and put up with the wind, or we just wait for the battery to run out and then we assume that it's bye-bye. All right, down these stairs. We'll get to see this mural. And if I'm sheltered from the wind, I'll unplug the microphone and put the battery in. Oh, hi Gregory, great to see you. Oh, all right, so what have we got? What is it? What does it look like? Well, the artist's name is Vladimir, I can see that. And I'm guessing it's a boating theme. There we go, if we look along we can see Don't tell me you're still getting the heart problem, Dawn. There we go, they look like a series of boats. So we've got like 1, 2, early Putin. Oh, that reminds me also, while we're talking about that, Tanya's going to be back on tonight. Tanya Neyman from Russia, and she's doing a talk on how many leaders have ruled longer than Vladimir Putin. So her talks are always really interesting. If you get a chance, go and check out on YouTube. That's a noisy little boat. Go and check out on YouTube Tanya coming up on YouTube tonight. It's in the calendar, and it's also in the playlist on the Livestream Events calendar YouTube channel playlist. You saw that on the calendar, Neil? Excellent, well done. And I've watched Tanya's talks before. They are always really informative, really fascinating. So you'll be on Tanya's tour today. Tell her I sent you along. Make sure she knows the calendar's working for her. And don't forget the postcard competition, guys. If you've taken any postcards here today, the postcard contest in Going Places Virtually, pop them in. Don't just post my postcards, post postcards from everyone's tours. I've set a limit of 3, but that's only just so that we get that in place, because we're going to become really, really popular, aren't we? Lots of people are going to be posting postcards, aren't they? That's my hope anyway. All right, everyone, I am going to turn the camera around. Who is the former Hago guide who contacted you on Facebook about joining the calendar? Oh, her name was, what's her name again? Maria Sangria, and she's in Costa Rica. Someone contacted me about her the other day. Was it Dawn? Yeah, I'm just trying to read this. And and mentioned she'd only just joined right before Hago closed. So I've been trying to. Is there a theme? No, I'm not going to bother with themes just at this point in time, Natalie. So stop pointing, Richard. He's trying to get me to go over here and look down at the boats. Don't recall it. Probably because she joined right before Hago closed, Neil. That's all it is. There were a few. I think Michael in New Zealand was the same. There were a few guides who joined right before Hago closed. Let me turn this camera around and do that. I don't know how to make it stay. There we go. All right.
It doesn't follow me.
No, it doesn't follow you.
Why not?
No, because I'm in control.
Yeah.
And Gregory says, Lynn, the guide capable of transforming huge slabs of concrete breakwaters into an unmissable tourist feature before our eyes. I try, Gregory, I try. All right, thanks everyone. And thank you for being part of my first prison tour. I'm very happy. And I think I've got some, do you know what? I think I've got some kind of filter on me. I'm not sure. I think there were filters that I played with, and I think I've made my lips look redder than they normally are. I don't know. I'm going to have to try and sort that out. All right, everyone. See you all later. Bye for now.